Here are some dinosaur and city works that other students have done. Whatever Happened to the Dinosaurs by Bernard Most. What would it be like if dinosaurs came back? Well, we're going to do a project set in a cityscape about what would happen if the dinosaurs did come back. And you're going to need these things. Throughout this assignment, you're going to need a variety of papers, pencil and eraser, newspapers, glue, scissors, and black pens. First, put your name on the back of your paper so we know which paper belongs to who. Next, cut out some really cool skyscrapers or buildings or apartment houses out of newspaper. Collect them, keep them, hold on to them. Next, looking at dinosaur illustrations or pictures, draw about 3 or 4 of your favorite kinds in pencil first, and then we'll outline them in black marker. Outlining means to trace over your pencil lines with the black marker. And then we can give them eyes and add in some texture, maybe some lines around his wings, maybe some back feathers, maybe he has scales coming from his neck and face. Whatever you think might look good for your dinosaur. Do that to all of them, please. Now that we have our dinosaurs traced and it has a little bit of detail in it and some facial features and nails and stuff, now we need to cut them out. Cutting out can look like it's difficult, but if you do it this way, it won't be. When you cut, go around the outside of everything. I'm not going to try and cut those little triangle pieces. I'm just going to go on the outside and cut out the whole animal first. Cut off paper where you don't need it anymore. Take your scissors out and trim. What do you do about this? Well, let's start from the other side. You can always turn your paper around, and it's easier if you cut off the extra paper first. So now I have the dinosaur cut out of the big bulky paper. Now I have to take out these negative areas. And it's a lot easier to go back in and go up, take your scissors out, and go up this way than it would be to cut it with all that extra paper hanging on it. And you just turn the paper, you have room, and there it's out. Same for this. Do I need to cut out every one of those little toenails? No. I just go back and cut out the big bulky stuff first. And I can always take my scissors back out and come out to the other side. And then if I want to cut out those little toenails, that's an easy thing to do because I can just take my scissors back and forth and they come right out. See how simple this is? You can make it hard by trying to cut the whole thing out at once, or you can do it the easy way, like I do. And trust me, the easier way is much better. See how I can just turn it and the paper just turns around and comes out? It's because I pre-cut all that empty space off first. And now I can maneuver or move quite easily with my scissors. Going back and forth, taking them out, putting them back in. You need to do this to every one of your dinosaurs. And when you're all done, you're going to keep all of your dinosaurs together. And all of your newspaper buildings together. And all of your paper backgrounds together in your table folder. So for this project you will need a table folder. This will be at least a 2-day project. So we're not going to get to finish in one day, So once we cut out everything, or once the cleanup bell rings, you put them all in your table folder, even the ones that are not cut out, and it'll keep them safe. And when we come back, we'll continue. Okay, here's a big one. Cut off all the extra space first. I found all my stuff easily because I had them all stored in my table folder. So I can go back to cutting out my dinosaurs, getting rid of all the bulky paper first. Then I can go back in with my scissors, moving the paper and moving the scissors, and get rid of all that little tiny areas of space. Do I have to turn around? I could. But I can also come back the other way and just cut it right out. These are not hard if you know how to cut. So I'll let you cut all those out, then I'll show you what we're going to do with them. Oh no! I accidentally cut off a dinosaur foot. Well, this is what you do. Don't throw it away. Take a piece of tape, turn it over. If I can get the tape off here. And line it up and tape it on the back like that, so we don't see the tape in the front. And it won't matter because we're going to glue all these down on a piece of paper. Okay, once you've cleaned up your area, you should have dinosaurs, your paper with your name on it, and cities. Now here's where overlapping comes in handy. You'll see on these pictures of other students, cities are in front of the dinosaurs, some of them, and some of those dinosaurs are in front of the cities. That's how they got them all to fit in, and that's what we're going to do. I have way too many cities for my paper, so I have to decide what city pieces do I want to use. I'm going to get rid of this one. This one looks like a castle. But this is cool. I kind of like that. Maybe we can put a smaller one in front. That looks okay. Now, dinosaurs. Well, this one's easy because it goes in the sky. But we got to make these dinosaurs fit somewhere. He's looking back. He's not going the right way. If I put them all on top, they wouldn't fit. So, as you walk through a city, you walk between the buildings. How about this? How does this look? Some of the tails can hang over if you want. Make sure your cities are straight up and down. That looks pretty good. Now all I have to do is glue them down. Oops, my cities have to be on the bottom of my paper. So take them all off until the back. And this is how we glue. We don't want a whole lot of glue. We want to rub gently to get just a thin line of glue over this. I'm not globbing the glue on in the middle. I'm just gently using swirls to put a light amount of glue on the paper. Just a light amount, because too much glue will just make a big puddle. And then line it up with the bottom, and this is my first layer going in. These are the cities in the back. Again, thin, small layer of glue around the edges, not in the middle, because the middle will be held down if the edges are held down. So we glue down the edges, then we place them in. The same goes with the dinosaurs. A thin layer of glue, not a lot. We don't want to make a mess, just little tiny swirly lines. If your fingers get dirty, just wipe them off on a towel. You don't have to wash every time. Here, this one's flying in. Okay. And then what did we say we were going to do? Was it this guy? Oh, it was this big guy. Let's glue him down. Notice he's a different color than the background. Now you'll have totally different dinosaurs than I do, but putting them together, the process is all the same. I'll make sure he stays down. And then we had which building? This building in front? I think so. Okay. Let's glue this one down. Remember, this blue guy is going between the cities on the road. And we glue this one down. Then we take the red one. Oops, I didn't cut enough of the red one's head out. There, that looks better. If you cut something off, like here, remember, it was taped. Then we're just going to glue it back down so you won't even notice. Make sure you can see a face and some extra details on your dinosaurs. That's what makes it look interesting. Press and hold. And our last one is our green one. I don't know what he's saying, but he's going to be sitting right over here. Maybe he's saying, wait, there's a sign that says stop in the road. Or maybe there's a traffic light. What would dinosaurs be saying if they came back to all these huge buildings? I don't know. And there we have it. Now your name is on the back, but I would like you to attach a small name tag in the front here, and I'll show you how to do that. Take a piece of tape and tape it, the sticky side out on the right-hand corner. This is the sticky side, and I taped it to the back. Then we're going to put a name tag on there. I'm going to stick my name tag right on that tape. Let me cut off that extra piece of tape hanging down here because we don't need it. And then that will identify which work that we did. And I would also, if this is part of the project, to write an explanation of what you think the dinosaurs would do if they came back, just like you saw the kids in the movies do. But write it on paper. The dinosaurs came back. I think they would like the parks the best. They could help by, how could dinosaurs help? I know, by cleaning the parks, water, and streets. They could pick up litter by Mrs. Butler. All right, that's my idea. Now don't you use it. Make up your own idea. Okay, I wrote out my idea the best I can. And then I'm going to have to tape it to the bottom here. So again, we get a piece of tape. Since this is bigger, I'm going to use 2 pieces. Stick it on the bottom so the sticky side is up. And then we just put our writing right there, and we're all done.